So, Pokemon Pokopia reviews came out today, and it's currently sitting at an 89 on Metacritic, and to me, that is insanely good. Like, that immediately piqued my interest, and it made me think, like, damn, I really want to play this now, but I'm still not gonna get it, out of principle, because it's a game keycard. And here's the problem, that quote-unquote principle immediately made me feel like a hypocrite, because I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Switch too, and that's a game keycard. And I pre-ordered 2 copies of Rebirth, also game keycards. So today I started thinking like, am I actually against game keycards, or am I just picking and choosing when I want to be mad? And just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, a game keycard is basically you buy the physical case, you get the cartridge, but the card doesn't really have the game on it. It's basically a physical key that makes you download the game, and the card has to be inserted to play it. So you're still buying physical, but you're also still doing the digital download thing, which is why this topic is kind of annoying because it sits in this weird middle ground. So when Pokopia first got shown off, I honestly couldn't have cared less. It just didn't seem like a game for me. But then they showed it at the recent Nintendo Treehouse, and it definitely looked a lot better. Still not really my type of game, but I could see myself playing it as a cozy game, like a Pokemon-themed Dragon Quest Builders. And then the reviews hit today, and I'm sitting there like, yo, I really want to play this now, because I'm curious. Like, I had that moment where I'm like, I'm gonna buy it and give it a shot. And then I remembered, it's on a game keycard. And then I thought, nope, I don't want to support that. And then I stopped, and I'm like, do I really care that much? Or am I just doing the thing where I say I care until it's inconvenient? Because like I said, I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake for Switch 2, and I pre-ordered 2 copies of Rebirth, all keycards. So what's my excuse? Now, I can kind of rationalize it in my head. With Remake, it was $40, and it came with a pack of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy cards, which kind of exponentially increased the value. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm just paying for a download. It feels like I'm getting something physical that's actually cool. And Rebirth is $50, and they're giving you an exclusive unique Magic card in the box. Again, it's not full price, and it's tied to something physical. And beyond that, more importantly, those games are huge. They were already not as big as the PC and PS5 versions, and they still wouldn't fit on a 64GB cartridge anyway. So in my head, those keycards feel like, okay, this is the only way this is even happening on Switch 2. But then I thought to myself, hold on, I buy digital games on PlayStation all the time. If a game on my backlog is 50% off, I'm not gonna turn that down. So where's my consistency? If I'm okay buying digital over there, why am I acting like a game keycard is this moral line in the sand? And I'm not gonna lie, I still don't think I can explain it in a perfectly logical way, but emotionally, I can tell you what it feels like. And I think the emotion is the real story here, because my reaction isn't really, I hate downloads. My reaction is more like, I hate what this represents. And I think what it comes down to for me is the company. And I know what it's gonna sound like, but hear me out. It's Pokemon. Pokemon is the #1 IP in the world, making a stupid amount of money, while also feeling like they nickel and dime you. And for years, until Winds and Waves got shown off, the graphics, performance, and polish in their games, in my opinion, haven't always been up to par with what I think Pokemon should be. So when I see a $70 game on a game keycard and the Nintendo store page says the download is only like an estimated 10 gigabytes, I'm just sitting here like, okay, so what's the excuse? Because this isn't a the game is too big situation. This feels like it's cheaper for them. And I think that's where my emotional reaction comes from. Because yes, I do prefer owning the physical game, but I'm not pretending I'm some physical only guy. I'll buy digital on PlayStation, I'll even buy keycards on Switch 2, if it's my favorite game of all time, and it feels like a good deal, or it feels justified. But when it's Pokemon, full price, clearly can fit on the physical cartridge, but it's a key card anyway, it makes me feel like I'm being asked to accept a downgrade strictly because they can get away with it. And that's the thing with game key cards in general. It kind of feels like the worst of both worlds, because if I buy digital, at least I'm not pretending it's physical. It's clean, honest, it's just digital. But game key cards, you still need a download, you still need all the storage, and you still need the card inserted. So you don't really get the it's on the cartridge forever feeling, but you also don't get the convenience of pure digital. Now, to be fair, you can sell it. And yeah, maybe there are some real reasons company do this. Like I think with Star Wars Outlaws, it was stated that the read speed on the cartridge just wouldn't let the game run, so it had to be a game keycard. But as a customer, the experience is still pay full price and then also download the whole game anyway. And with Pokemon specifically, that just hits different for me. With a third party, I feel like you have a little bit more leeway, but for Pokemon, which is not owned by Nintendo, but they only put their games out on Nintendo products, and being the #1 IP in the world, you couldn't just put it on the physical cartridge. So where do I land on this? Honestly, I think I am being a little hypocritical, but also I think thinking all this through, I think my principle was never actually about digital versus physical. It's about whether I feel like the deal is fair and whether I feel respected as a customer. So as much as Pokopia looks better than I ever would have thought, and as much as the reviews make me want to check it out, I'm not gonna do it. Now, maybe when the game goes on sale, I'll pick it up, because yeah, the game might be great. But right now, on principle, I don't want to support a $70 keycard from Pokemon when the download could clearly fit on the cartridge. But I'm curious, what's your take? Do you care about game keycards at all? Do you treat them the same as digital? Is there some logical fallacy that I'm missing? Let me know. I'm genuinely curious. Now, if you're just a Nintendo fanboy or Nintendo hater, I don't want to hear it, because I've heard enough from both of you in my previous videos. But for my nuanced people, let me know.